right, so we have started our new unit on heat transfer, and our I can statement still is, I can identify the type of heat exchange that is occurring by the way that heat is transferred. And we learned yesterday that we have three main ways that heat is transferred. And like I said, I probably could teach the entire unit just using this picture. And honestly, after listening to some of the things that we said yesterday, I think looking at this picture, you're all probably thinking, you know what, he's right. That really does show touching heat, feeling heat through waves, and then feeling heat through air or through water, because that's what all of these pictures represent. We'll start with conduction. Conduction, like we said yesterday, and I don't know if there's anybody back today that wasn't here yesterday, but if you don't have this in your notebook, get it down. Conduction is the passing of heat through a material while the material itself stays in place. Well, that's a very weird way to word that. Easy way to say it, conduction is the passing of heat through touch. And we all did something pretty funny yesterday. We all sat on the floor. We realized that our rear ends got cold. Why? Well, even more funny to say is my rear end was passing heat to the floor. And we all laughed and giggled about that, and we got up. And we understand that the heat was passed from the warmer thing to the cooler thing. And that happens every time. It is never the cold thing transferring the cold to the hotter object. It's the hotter object transferring the heat to the cooler object. And conduction is when you transfer heat through touch. Here's an example of transferring heat by direct contact or touching. If you have an all-metal pot, and you have that on the stove for a while, if you were to grab the handle of that all-metal pot, it may burn you. We briefly mentioned yesterday that most pots aren't made of all metal anymore because they have handles made of wood and of different materials that insulate you from the heat. Or if you don't have that, you do have some of these old ones, you use pot handles to pick it up so that you don't burn yourself. Here are some examples of conduction. I've seen most of these on the test, like I said yesterday. Cooking an egg on the stove. As soon as that egg touches the frying pan and the egg are touching, therefore you have conduction. We've done this in class where we had ice melting. We put ice in sort of like one person's hand, and it touched their hand. The heat was transferred from the warmer thing, the hand, to the cooler thing, the ice, causing the ice to change its state of matter. A spoon getting hot in a cup of coffee. If you touch that spoon, that is conduction. And an animal lying on a cool patch of dirt. If you have an animal that lies on a cool patch of dirt, then you are going to have conduction. Convection is not touching. Convection is when you have a transfer of heat through the movement of a gas or a liquid. And that one's pretty good. The transfer of heat through gas or a liquid. And when we thought about that and we said, well, how do we ever transfer heat through a gas or through a liquid? One of the first things that most of us said was boiling water. That was the first thing that came to our mind, and that's probably the biggest example. So if you're cooking macaroni, if you're boiling an egg, you'll notice that it's the transfer of heat through water. And as you can see in this picture, as you're heating the pot up of water, the hot water at the bottom gets hot enough and lighter and more dense, and it rises to the top. The cooler air that's more, or the cooler water, sorry, that's more dense, pushes down to the bottom of the pot, and you have this thing which is called a convection cell. Examples of convection: boiling an egg in a pot of water, the movement of thermal energy around the earth. We have hot pockets of air, and we have cold air sinking and hot air rising all over Earth. We're about to really get into that later on this quarter when we're doing weather with convection cells. But a lot of that heat is moved around the Earth that way, and obviously boiling water, cold water sinks and hot water rises. And we're going to see, maybe this week, an experiment example of convection when we do convection cells in here. It's a lot of fun. Conduction, convection, radiation. The transfer of heat through electromagnetic rays. So the transfer of heat through heat waves. And when we talked about that, one of the first things somebody in here said, well, that sounds like the sun to me, Mr. Bullens, and they were correct. Because two great examples of that. One is definitely radiation, is the sun sending out its heat waves to the earth. There's no touching, there's no air, for the most part, between the sun and the earth, because it's just that layer of atmosphere around the earth. In space, there is nothing there, so that's heat waves are moving. And then we also have sitting by a campfire. Warming your hands or sitting by a campfire, you feel the heat coming off the fire. That is radiation. You're not going to watch this video, although I'll send the link out to anybody that's missing this, and you can get on Study Jams and watch that. And we are not going to take the quiz. I'll let everybody take that.